During my school lice check, the nurse asked my teacher, "Can you call the principal? We need to follow Protocol 7. Mrs. Davidson's coffee mug stopped halfway to her lips. Protocol 7? Are you sure? I'm sure, the nurse whispered, but everyone could hear. Look at her eyelashes. 25 kids turned to stare at me. Tommy started laughing. Sarah's got eyelash lice, but Mrs. Davidson wasn't laughing. She was already at the phone, her hands shaking so bad she had to dial the number twice. What's Protocol 7? I asked, reaching up to touch my eyes. The nurse grabbed my wrists. Don't touch, sweetheart. We're going to get your mommy. She was using the same voice adults used when my goldfish died. Mrs. Davidson, I need you to clear the room. Now. Everyone line up for early recess. Mrs. Davidson's voice was way too high. Not you, Maddie. You stay with Nurse Patricia. But I want recess too, I protested. Tommy had lice last week and he got to go to recess. The nurse and teacher exchanged a look that made my stomach hurt. This is different, Mrs. Davidson said. Principal Murphy is coming, and your parents. Both of them? My dad never came to school, not even for the Christmas play. 20 minutes later, I heard my mom screaming in the hallway. Actually screaming. How is this possible? She's 5 years old. That night was when everything got really weird. We have to throw it all away, Mom said, grabbing my Little Mermaid bed sheets. Everything. Not Mr. Buttons, I screamed as she reached for my teddy bear. Please, Mommy, he doesn't have lice. I'm sorry, baby. Everything has to go. She was crying as she stuffed him into the black garbage bag. Dad stood in the doorway but wouldn't come in. I'll sleep on the couch tonight, he said quietly, just to be safe. But the strangest part was the treatment. Every morning and every night, Mom would sit me under the brightest lamp with tweezers. But she wasn't picking at my hair. She was pulling tiny things out of my eyelashes and eyebrows. Why are they in my eyes? I asked, flinching as she plucked another one. The bugs like your pretty eyes, she whispered through tears. Hold still, sweetheart. We have to get them all. 3 days later, a woman I'd never seen before came to our house. Hi, Maddie. I'm Miss Jennifer. Can we talk alone? She brought a bag of dolls and took me into the living room. The dolls were weird. They had all their private parts showing. Has anyone ever touched you here? She pointed to the doll's private area. Do you take baths with anyone? No, I said, confused. Why are you asking me this? Just a few more questions. Does anyone take pictures of you without clothes? I just want to know why my lice is in my eyelashes. I started crying. My babysitter Ashley disappeared that week. When I asked where she went, Mom just said she moved away suddenly. But I heard Dad on the phone later. That irresponsible girl could have been so much worse. The neighbor kids weren't allowed to play anymore. Maddie has special lice, Timmy yelled before his mom yanked him inside. Stay away from her. For 20 years, I believed I was the kid who got super lice so bad it lived in my eyelashes. Until my 5-year-old niece got lice, and I immediately went for the tweezers. Let me check your eyelashes, sweetie, I said to my niece Emma, holding the tweezers up to the light. My mom walked into the bathroom and froze. What are you doing? Checking her eyelashes for lice, like you did with me? Mom's face went completely blank. Then I watched the realization dawn on her like a horrible sunrise. Oh my god, Maddie, you think you had lice in your eyelashes? The bugs that liked my pretty eyes? You sat me under that lamp every night? She started laughing. Not chuckling, but full on, doubled over, can't breathe hysteria. She had to grab the door frame to keep from falling over. You had crabs, she finally gasped. The word hit me like a truck. Crabs, pubic lice, on a 5-year-old. My brain short-circuited trying to process this information. Ashley hooked up with her boyfriend on some nasty couch. Mom wheezed, tears streaming down her face. Then you took a nap on it. The crabs migrated to your eyelashes since you didn't have anywhere else for them to go. Protocol 7, the investigation, those creepy dolls, everything suddenly clicked into place with horrifying clarity. They thought I'd been molested. The whole school thought something terrible had happened to me. We spent weeks terrified, Mom managed between giggles. There was a whole investigation, and it was just your babysitter's sex couch. You've been telling people about your eyelash lice for 20 years? Mom was howling with laughter. Oh my god, Sarah, this isn't funny. Dad was wiping tears from his eyes. Your Tinder profile says, fun fact, I once had lice in my eyelashes. Oh my god, I've been advertising crabs on a dating app. I buried my face in my hands, laugh crying at the sheer mortification of it all. Aunt Maddie, why are you crying? My niece asked innocently. Because, I said through my fingers. Oh my god, maybe that's why that hot med student unmatched me.